Welcome to the EmpowerHer Entrepreneur podcast with Janis Boudreau, the ultimate destination for fearless women business owners ready to conquer their next level of success. Get ready to ignite your entrepreneurial spirit as we dive deep into all things related to building your empire, setting ambitious goals, and scaling your business to new heights. This podcast is your go-to resource for empowerment and encouragement. Tune in every week as we inspire, motivate, and empower you to embrace your full potential as a woman entrepreneur. Welcome to Advanced Lifestyle and Business Podcasts. I'm Janis Boudreau, and I'm a heartfelt leader in the area of business development and a strategist that is focused forward on teaching women to make dreams, set goals, and create an actionable business blueprint for success. Hello, beautiful ladies, and welcome to another Empowered Women podcast. I am doing a special topic today. It's not so much giving you some business tips of the day. I know I go to a lot of different topics, but this is the one that definitely made me stumble a few times. I think as women, we work just so hard and we are so full of emotions, we can stumble ourselves. So this podcast is dedicated to the topic, worthy of it all. I find it's the thoughts that stumble us, that we can take 5 steps forward and 3 steps back. We are our own worst enemies. We tend to think, and I know I have for sure, do you know that no matter how successful I got as my business grew to a company, as I gained more national exposure, I don't think it was necessarily me being humble as not realizing and definitely not waking up to the fact that I was worthy of it all. So we tend to put ourselves on a lower scale of who we are and what we've done. Being worthy of it all is definitely an empowered women's skill. Throughout my business, I would say that I would have down times almost, like stuck in a rut. It would pull me back from succeeding. It's when those negative things would come into my head and you start to question, am I really worthy of all this? Do I get to have a business? Can I work on my own? Can I support myself? Those are the kind of questions that go much deeper too. I think a lot of us, if not all of us, have had things from our past that has shaped and changed us and have given us clarity and sometimes, unfortunately, a lot of conviction into how much we think that we are worth, and that a successful business lifestyle is something that is put up on a pedestal and unachievable. So no matter what idea you have, to take it to the next level where you're using your imagination, you're doing some goal setting, you're moving forward, you get stuck. You start to question, wait a second here, what am I doing? I'm not entitled to this. We do those things, and it is those thoughts that stumble us. It's the things that we let to enter into our mind that aren't even real. I always say I must have this total other person in my head, because sometimes the things it tells me are so freaking ridiculous and have slowed me down. And I have those aha and amazing moments as I've gone through business, through connections and friendships and collaborations, where it is quite the aha moment. I'm like, really, I did this? So I am that successful person. I am an amazing business owner. So it can put things into perspective. The thing I think that has got me through and trying to stumble that thing that I'm unworthy of having this all, which doubles your growth, is that I had to have a winning attitude. And it's something that is very difficult for me. I have to work on it constantly. Even this business, I had a little slowdown. Did everybody notice I missed a podcast last week? I do. I am no different than you, that I can have slowdowns. because it's the thoughts that are stumbling me. But instead, I take a deep breath and I get back my winning attitude. I'm always looking to the why not? Why can't I do this? Trying to put an image in my head to the future of who I'm going to be. I try to be that person now and stick with that attitude. It is all in what we are doing, whether negative or positive. So I think winning attitude, like I got this, if I can stay on that, you can't believe all the things that I get done just from having my past company and then having this new business. If I've got the winning attitude and I'm not letting things stumble me, the processes that I can do, the goal setting, and not only that, the implementation is absolutely great. I have always said, you need to realize your successes and have gratitude for them. So sometimes like I was telling you, and maybe you're the same, I tend to really not look at my successes. I don't attach myself to them. And if I'm not attaching myself to them, I'm definitely not giving gratitude towards them. The more gratitude you have for the little wins or big wins that you've had, puts you in such a way and mindset that, what do they say? Gratitude spurns more great things. So I really do try to sit down at least once a week and review. I mean, what were the successes? We can all easily name the things didn't work, but are you maybe concentrating on your successes? And you know what? You will see that if you change your focus and be positive, positive things will happen. Ladies, we are worthy of this. I don't know why we get that way. Some of us just think, well, I'm not outspoken enough, I'm not pretty enough, I don't dress well enough, I don't know the right friends. We will use every excuse in the book to slow us down and maybe not be the business that we want to be. Handling these types of attitudes could stifle you. If I constantly thought like that, how would have I gone for all my contracts? I have to put thoughts into action. So if I'm not thinking I'm worthy, I'm not thinking outside the box to grow and make my business amazing. Because I just don't think it could even be at that level. Reach higher than you ever imagine. I don't want you to set such a low goal. Set an extraordinary goal and know that you are worthy of it. Reach high. Set things that make you feel uncomfortable and know you're worthy of it. Maybe sit down and say, what makes you feel unworthy? What makes you think this way? Maybe we have to dig deep into our emotions. But if you do not overcome this, thinking that you are worthy, you will never have that big business. You will not profit like you are supposed to. We need to take a real deep look at what could be affecting us. I know I have to too, and sometimes you just have to pull through and keep going. One of the biggest things I do is to encourage all of the women who are on my subscription, the memberships for the VIP. We do a lot of monthly focuses on clearing up some of the things that could be the baggage that is weighing you down to not think you are worthy of that next step. We try to take a real good hard look at the big things that are making us think this way, and we see where that is limiting us. Are we shaving away some of the opportunities, some of the next level things that we should be doing because we do not feel worthy? This isn't going to be a long podcast. This is one of my shorter ones that I just want you to really know, ladies, I think you're worthy of it all. I think that we need to sit down. We need to look back. And we need to say, we can do this. We need to set an absolutely extraordinary goal. And we need to feel that this might not feel the most comfortable, but that we will get through it. And that we all have each other. We have excellent training, and we have wonderful resources that we can rely on. There is no one other than you that deserves this more. You are absolutely entitled to all the great things in your life. Put out the thoughts in your mind that make you seem unvaluable and unworthy. Women who are empowered know that they are worthy. They know that all good things come to them from the hard work that they've done, not through any sort of entitlement. If we take a hard look at some of the most inspirational women in history that we would absolutely deem as empowered and successful, they have not lived a life of grandeur. Look at some of these women. Who does not love Oprah Winfrey? My Lord, the woman owns an empire of just about everything. We follow her. We love her. She's a thoughtful listener. She's an amazing person. Do we all know the history and the background? There is a million and other women out there with the same thing. I grew up in a regular house. My dad was a factory worker at Chrysler, so yes, we were very lucky. My mom didn't go to work till she was almost 16. No, I did not get everything I wanted. I definitely wasn't wearing polo shirts like the rest of the girls. I was lucky if I had one. But my parents were extremely hardworking. I didn't come from anything given to me. If anything, I came from a background the old school way. I was married by the time I was 21 to my high school sweetheart. And I had children at 25 and I think I was 27 and a half. And I was divorced by the time I was, I think I was 33. So I've gone through also a lot in my life. Like you say, it can either make you or it can break you. And sometimes the things in our past can make us feel so unworthy. And I think it's because we're seeing too many failures instead of focusing forward and on all the successes. So I know myself, I had to do so much internal work to look back and say, yes, that was me. I was that mom with a 2-year-old, a baby on my hip, who was basically taking care of my ex-husband at the time, making sure his career catapulted, and that everything good was given to him because he was going to be the sole winner. I mean, I went into a whole new world when I was 34. I met my second husband, Steve, who is absolutely amazing and a great partner, and who has encouraged me along the way. He is not someone that I only did everything for him. It was definitely a give and take. So when I came up with the idea for a business, I mean, there was so much strength in who I was with and around, that the support from them made me feel worthy, and a business was born. So by sometimes changing your environment and who you're with and the things around you, I mean, like I said, I went from a bored, miserable housewife, and nothing wrong with being a housewife, but I went from one extreme to the next, where I was making someone else successful instead of making me successful. Didn't think I was worthy of it. So I changed the environment I was living in, on to husband number 2, and my whole world changed. I still struggle with unworthiness quite a bit, but I now have the tools in place that gets me going, it gets me forward. And surrounding people in my environment that are encouragers. They're not people who are you sure you want to do that? Oh, well, you know what? Chances are, if you're getting those type of messages from people, those aren't your people. Those aren't the ones that are going to make you feel worthy. Surround yourself with people that think you're awesome, that think you're amazing. There are so many different people that we have the choice to be friends with. Let's choose who makes us feel worthy in our lives. I have to tell you, anything we think about ourselves that catapults in business, I guess you could say you can't get it from someone else. It's got to be internal. But all the other things sure help. You're really setting yourself up for failure. If you can, meet some amazing business women. Meet some people who are on an upward motion just like you. They are after the wonderful things in life. And you can encourage each other. We are worthy of it all. You are absolutely worthy to dream a business, build the business, and have business success. And you can still be a mom, you can still be a wife, a sister, a daughter. You can do all of it, I assure you. I live an amazing lifestyle, and I know every day that I'm the one who has contributed and built it to the stage it's at right now. And I sure as hell didn't do that by being down in the dumps thinking I'm unworthy. Ladies, please keep watching the podcast. There's a lot of great information. I have been through so many different things in business. I mean, sometimes even the downfalls in business are what's given me most of my insight and information. And now, sometimes you even do an ad campaign, or maybe you do an open house and it doesn't go the way you are planned, and your mind automatically goes to, well, because I wasn't worthy of it. That's just why it happened. No, it's not. Maybe there was something else going on. I think that sometimes we become so egocentric staring at us that we forget the rest of the world has things to do too, and they're not on our timeline. Instead, go back to the drawing board, make it better, replan. If plan A doesn't work, go to B, C, D, and E. You will get it. You will tweak it, and you will be there. Ladies, thank you for joining me today. And please remember that you are worthy of it all. This is Janis Boudreau signing off. See you next time, my empowered women. Think big, act fast, and be unstoppable.